polyculture, stacking functions, and guilds, the future of gardening. Ready to transform your garden into a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem? We're diving deep into advanced companion planting strategies that will revolutionize your gardening game. Advanced companion planting goes beyond simple pairings. It's about creating a synergistic ecosystem where plants support each other, reduce maintenance, and boost overall garden health. Think of it as nature's way of gardening, optimized for your backyard. These strategies include guild planting, food forest layering, and stacking functions. Each technique builds upon the principles of companion planting to create a more resilient and productive garden. Let's explore how these methods can transform your gardening approach. Guild planting involves grouping plants that work together to support a central crop. This mimics natural ecosystems, where plants coexist and benefit from each other's presence. It's a holistic approach to gardening that reduces the need for external inputs. The classic example is the fruit tree guild. Instead of planting a fruit tree in isolation, surround it with plants that offer various benefits. This creates a self-sustaining system that requires minimal intervention. Start with a central fruit tree, like an apple or pear. Add nitrogen-fixing plants such as clover or lupins to enrich the soil. Aromatic herbs like chives or garlic can repel pests naturally. Include pollinator-attracting flowers like comfrey or yarrow to boost fruit production. Low-growing ground covers like strawberries suppress weeds and retain soil moisture. This creates a balanced and thriving ecosystem. Consider the specific needs of your central plant. Choose companion plants that address those needs, whether it's pest control, nutrient enhancement, or pollination. Observe how the plants interact and adjust your guild accordingly. Ensure each plant has enough space to grow without overcrowding. Proper spacing is crucial for air circulation and sunlight penetration. Regularly prune and maintain your guild to keep it healthy and productive. Food forest layering takes companion planting to the next level by mimicking the structure of a natural forest. This method involves planting edible and beneficial plants in layers, maximizing space and productivity. It's a sustainable way to create a low-maintenance food source. A food forest consists of 7 layers, each serving a specific purpose. These layers work together to create a balanced and self-sustaining ecosystem. Let's explore each layer in detail. Canopy trees. Large fruit or nut trees like apples, pears, or pecans form the uppermost layer. These trees provide shade and structure to the forest. Choose varieties that are well-suited to your climate and soil conditions. Subcanopy trees. Smaller trees like dwarf plums, elderberries, or hazelnuts fill the space beneath the canopy. These trees provide additional food and habitat. Consider their light requirements when planting. Shrubs. Berry bushes like blueberries, raspberries, and currants form the shrub layer. These plants offer a variety of fruits and attract pollinators. Ensure they receive adequate sunlight. Herbaceous layer. Perennial herbs like rosemary, lavender, and mint create a ground cover that repels pests and attracts beneficial insects. These herbs also provide culinary and medicinal benefits. Ground covers. Plants like strawberries, clover, or creeping thyme suppress weeds and retain soil moisture. These low-growing plants also add beauty to the food forest. Choose varieties that spread easily. Root crops. Edibles like garlic, onions, carrots, or potatoes grow beneath the surface, utilizing the soil's resources. These root crops provide essential nutrients and add diversity to the food forest. Vines and climbers. Grapes, passion fruit, or pole beans grow on trees or trellises, maximizing vertical space. These plants provide additional food and create a lush, green environment. You don't need a large property to create a food forest. Even small backyard gardens can benefit from food forest principles. Combine trees, shrubs, herbs, and vines in a compact design. Choose dwarf varieties of trees and shrubs to fit your space. Utilize vertical gardening techniques to maximize space. Focus on plants that offer multiple benefits, such as pest control and pollination. Stacking functions means each plant in your garden serves multiple purposes. Instead of just growing food, you're also attracting pollinators, fixing nitrogen, repelling pests, and improving soil health. It's about creating a highly efficient and beneficial ecosystem. This approach reduces the need for external inputs and maximizes the benefits of each plant. It's a smart way to design a garden that is both productive and sustainable. Let's look at some examples. Instead of just planting lettuce, mix it with radishes and onions. Radishes act as a trap crop for flea beetles, while onions deter aphids. Add a flower like borage to attract pollinators and improve soil structure. Use sunflowers as natural trellises for climbing plants like beans or cucumbers. Sunflowers attract beneficial insects and provide shade for heat-sensitive plants. Every plant has a job, reducing the need for human intervention. Research the benefits of each plant before planting. Choose plants that offer multiple functions, such as pest control, pollination, and soil improvement. Consider the needs of your other plants when selecting companion plants. Observe how the plants interact and adjust your garden accordingly. Regularly prune and maintain your plants to maximize their benefits. Use every available space to its fullest potential. Advanced companion planting is a powerful tool for pest and disease management. By creating a diverse, multi-layered garden, pests have a harder time locating their preferred crops. This reduces the need for chemical pesticides and promotes a healthier garden. Monoculture gardens attract huge pest outbreaks, while polyculture gardens confuse pests with a mix of scents, colors, and plant heights. This natural approach to pest control is both effective and environmentally friendly. Let's explore some specific strategies. The push-pull method uses companion plants to push pests away from main crops and pull them toward a sacrificial plant. This technique is highly effective in reducing pest damage. It's a natural and sustainable way to protect your plants. Plant African marigolds, garlic, or rosemary around your vegetables to repel aphids. Use trap crops like nasturtiums to lure aphids away from your main crops. This combination of push and pull keeps pests at bay. Dynamic accumulators are plants that mine nutrients from deep in the soil and bring them to the surface. These plants act as living fertilizers, cutting down the need for synthetic inputs. They are a valuable addition to any garden. Comfrey has deep roots that pull up potassium, calcium, and phosphorus. When the leaves break down, these nutrients become available to other plants. This natural fertilization process improves soil health and plant growth. To take companion planting to its most self-sufficient level, create habitat for beneficial insects and wildlife. Integrate native flowering plants, hedgerows, and small water sources to attract natural predators. These insects keep pest populations in check, reducing the need for sprays or manual pest control. This approach promotes biodiversity and creates a balanced ecosystem. It's a sustainable way to manage pests and support a healthy garden. Let's look at some specific strategies. Ladybugs, lacewings, and praying mantises are natural predators of aphids and caterpillars. Attract these insects by planting native flowering plants like sunflowers, asters, and goldenrod. Provide small water sources for them to drink. Hedgerows provide shelter and nesting sites for beneficial insects and birds. Plant a mix of native shrubs and trees to create a diverse habitat. Avoid using pesticides that can harm these beneficial creatures. There's a lot of misinformation out there about what works and what doesn't in companion planting. It's important to separate fact from fiction to avoid common pitfalls. Let's debunk some common myths and mistakes. One common mistake is planting incompatible plants together. Some plants can inhibit each other's growth or attract the same pests. Research the specific needs of each plant before planting. Another myth is that companion planting is a guaranteed solution to all garden problems. While it can be highly effective, it's not a magic bullet. It's important to combine companion planting with other good gardening practices. By incorporating these advanced strategies, you shift from just gardening to creating a resilient, regenerative ecosystem. Your plants won't just survive, they'll thrive with minimal input. Embrace the power of guild planting, food forest layering, and stacking functions to unlock your garden's full potential. Ready to take your gardening to the next level? Start experimenting with these advanced companion planting techniques today. Your garden will thank you for it. Don't wait any longer to create the garden of your dreams. Start planning your guild planting, food forest layering, and stacking functions now. Research the best companion plants for your region and start planting. Share your experiences and successes in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and create a community of thriving gardens. Like this guide, share it with your fellow gardeners, and subscribe for more expert tips and tricks to transform your garden into a sustainable paradise. Till next time, keep your hands dirty and your hearts in the garden.